It's 234 Sports Talk. I'm your boy, Jeff Jones.
I'm your man, Thomas Boykin.
Always and forever. Football season, Mike Jones.
And this is 234 Sports Talk.
Let's
All
talk
right,
about
fellas.
it, brother. Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it, man. College football is upon us, fellas. Man, we looked at it last night. Boy, I was excited. I don't know about you all. But last night, speaking of the top 10 in college football, you know, the coaches' ranking came out, coaches' poll came out. How do you think the top 10 did? Did they look as good as the coaches said that they would, you know, as far as this college ranking goes? Or do you think that there were some disappointments?
I think the top 10 did what they were supposed to do. The only difference, I'm going to say this because it's me, the only team that really didn't come out on a cupcake game, so to say, will be Ohio State and Georgia. Both of those guys come out playing ranked teams, which Oregon didn't look that impressive after playing Georgia. They didn't look that impressive at all. I mean, getting beat 49-3, what was the point? How were you ranked number 3? But Notre Dame, Ohio State turned out to be a really competitive game. Notre Dame did exactly what I thought they were going to do with Ohio State, which is give them a hard time, especially with a head coach that has Ohio State experience. So, that being said, other than that, great week 1 through 10 did exactly what they're supposed to do. No upset alerts in the top 10. Can't be mad at that. That's all I got on that.
Hey, I'm going to say this, Mr. Boykins and Mr. Jones. Now, for me, I was a little more disappointed than what Thomas is because I thought the top 10 was a letdown as far as even before the games this week, the bettors, the Vegas, they was giving 17-point spreads between Ohio State and Notre Dame and you know, and Alabama and even with the Oregon team, man. And honestly, Oregon didn't perform, so that let me know a lot about Oregon. Notre Dame, they played like Tom said, they played a better competitive game, but I didn't expect much from that, man. But because I know Ohio State, they is a better team, you know. And then they playing Notre Dame, Alabama, Georgia, man. But Georgia just they made Georgia look just as good as they did, you know, from last year. That defense, and then I'm gonna jump to Utah, which was ranked. I think they were ranked number 7 against the Florida Gators, and they went down there and the Gators beat them. So should Utah have been ranked number 7 in all of this? There was a couple teams, and maybe they are inside or outside of the top 10. Oklahoma didn't look as great as I thought they probably should have looked in the game. But for the most part, I guess it was an okay weekend, first week, because everybody's trying to figure out how to play football in the first week of the game. And so, man, other than that, I think it was a 50-50 on how I viewed it.
So you guys feel like when we talking about your Ohio States, we're talking about your Notre Dames, we talking about your Georgias. Do you feel like any one of those teams, Alabama? Let's not forget about Alabama. Do you feel like any one of those teams really stood out to you, like they're really going to be, you know, dominant this season?
I tell you what, the one team that I thought would have been in the top 10, and my wife would love to hear me say this, but I ain't gonna say this in her presence. But
Thomas.
To be honest with you, I was real shocked Michigan was not in the top 5. I was really, really shocked Michigan was not in the top 5. Michigan performed well against Colorado State. They handled their business as they should in the big house. Kudos to them. They did what they're supposed to do. But as far as Alabama, it's Alabama. I mean, like I told you, we had this discussion. Alabama cupcake their way last year to the top. And what they start off with this year, another cupcake. Come on, man. If you're a contender, you should be scheduling your schedule where you come out the gate banging. Because it shouldn't matter if your program is that good. There's no way you shouldn't come out banging the first 2 games. I can see a cupcake here and there, but when you play a whole schedule worth, come on, man. And you calling up, well, we're Alabama. Come on, man. Come on. You got to do better than that. Matter of fact, I think it's 2026 or 7. Alabama's supposed to play Ohio State during the regular season.
Ooh.
Now, that game I want to see.
Ooh.
So you talking about some major programs clashing heads, which is what it should be. I mean, what better way to determine a national champion than for all your big dogs to clash? Because somebody got to lose and somebody got to win. Just say it.
All right. Well, look, Tom, I'm going to sit and jump back on what you're just saying. Being an SEC member, Tennessee Vols, now, much as I hate to give Alabama any props, or the Gators, or Auburn, whoever. Now, granted, Alabama did play a cupcake in Utah State. But in time period, Utah State is not really a bad program. But Alabama do get to play Texas next week. So sometimes scheduling some teams that are powerhouses, they get those cupcakes the first week, and then like the next week, or you can get a program like an Oregon versus Georgia. They get a top 5 or Ohio State, against Notre Dame. But then I don't know who Ohio State play next week. Next week, Ohio State probably gonna play a cupcake.
A cupcake, of course.
So, it's all about scheduling, so I'm not really for sure. And look, Alabama, they trying to win the national championship just as well as a Clemson or Ohio State. So, you can't put all these powerhouses in front of you, which I think they should, because like you said, Thomas, it lets you show your dominance if the heck you supposed to. But why would you do that as a athletic director, put your team in harm's way early? Because you could definitely go down and play. If you're Alabama, say, hey, I want to go to Old Dominion and play there just to show my dominance. You go down there and you get beat. Which you guys know what happened with Old Dominion and a Power 5 program. You can get beat.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
That's why they say that's why they play the game.
Exactly. Well, fellas, it's just the beginning of college football. I'm excited. Football season has arrived, and as far as colleges go, as far as college goes. Another topic we want to discuss tonight, fellas. We want to talk about the big trade. The Donovan Mitchell trade. Of course, you know that Donovan Mitchell was traded from the Utah Jazz to the Cleveland Cavaliers, traded for just one of the big names, Colin Sexton, and then, of course, 3 first-round picks, 3 unprotected first-round picks. What's your take on that trade? Does this make Utah any better? Does this make Cleveland any better? How do you guys feel about this trade?
As far as the Cavaliers is concerned, it was an excellent pick for the Cavaliers. It gives them the now factor as far as running for a championship or making a run at the playoffs to contend for a championship. What it does for Utah, it gives them potential building blocks to build a great team. You're talking about 3 number 1 picks. You never know what's coming down the pike in 3 years. There could be some dominant players that you never know. If they land that way, they could get a top 10 lottery and get those top 3 picks out of a top 3 pick. You never know what happens. But it gives them the ability to have to build a great program as they have. But Cleveland, is in the now factor, and that pretty much puts them in the now factor. That puts them in a position where, hey, if we build around this nucleus and add to it, we potentially can make a run at a championship.
Sir, Sergeant Boykins, I love that. I think that you might have could have got away with 4-player trades for Donovan Mitchell. He is a very important piece that I think would help Cleveland actually push them a little bit further ahead in the game. The boy can play. He can definitely play. He was a key piece for Denver and or Utah. But my thing is, man, he's a legit player. And as far as like you said with the pieces, man, like I said, it becomes you can use those as trading baits. Saxton, he's an okay player. I think he probably can do some dealing with him. The other two cats, I don't really know much about, but I think Cleveland they came out on top, and guess what? They were surging last year. They've been surging. They are on the up and up. And so watch out for them cats, man, to make a run for the playoffs, man, in the near future.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, definitely. Cleveland is with this pickup with Donovan Mitchell, they definitely gonna look a whole lot better. But you still got to contend, man. You still got your Sixers, you still got your Milwaukee Bucks, you still got the Nets, and I think the Nets are gonna be competitive too, even though all the drama is going on there with all the talk trade. And don't forget Miami. You still got in the Celtics. You still got a lot of teams that they're gonna have to contend with. But I think that this will maybe first round, maybe second round, depending on how the chips fall. But I think there'll be a competitive team, a team that you can't sleep on. You go in there and you sleep on those guys, I think that team can get you because they got a lot of talent on that team.
Absolutely.
So, fellas, we've come to the end of an era. The Queen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Queen GOAT. Serena Williams, as you know, she lost at Wimbledon. I mean, not Wimbledon, US Open, I'm sorry. She lost there. And she's now retired from tennis. This is it, the end of her era. What's your take on her great career?
The GOAT. The GOAT of tennis. Hands down. Nothing else needs to be said. The GOAT. From prime athlete that dominated tennis for years. I mean, years, literally dominated the tennis circuit. And I agree with one thing she said. She said, without Venus, there's no Serena. So you gotta still tip your hat to Venus too.
Yes, sir.
She was the one that initially started the revolution. So, but as far as Serena goes, great career, great individual efforts, a lot of accolades. Best wishes to what she does next.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. She came into. I guess this is her farewell tour, and she's living up to the hype. She is living up to the hype, man. In her recent matches, man, she played the number 2 player in the world and defeated her in the first match. And that just shows her resilience. How she sit and they asked her, does she have any confidence in herself in playing in this tournament? She looked at him and said, you asked the wrong person, the wrong question, because you already know how I feel about myself. And then to watch a GOAT, watch another GOAT, which was Tiger Woods in the stadium when she sit, man, and hit a absolute dime of a shot. Tiger Woods and her, they both sitting locked on. He was in the stands and she was out there on the court. You know what I'm saying? Greatness recognized greatness.
Yes, sir.
And Serena Williams, man, like Thomas said, iron sharpened iron. Her sister Venus sharpened that iron, but it started at an early age. And I was looking at a comparison with her and Tiger Woods, of course, the championships and their careers. This lady is 40 years old. 40 years old. I don't know if she's 40 now. She's gonna be 40 this year, but she beat a number 2 at her age. Man, that's like Joe Montana winning that last Super Bowl. That's like a I don't know. It's phenomenal, man. She is a phenomenal athlete. That I don't know, and I hope there's a lot of women that's still playing the game in tennis that maybe can sit and they're not gonna. I don't think they can ever upstage her career, but I love that she gave an example to women of color and everything like that. So, and then not only just women of color, you know what I'm saying? She just gave how you can see it just be great. Be the GOAT. Hey guys, other than that, man, I love her. Like Thomas said, I can't wait to see what she gonna do next. If she anything like the GOAT or anything like a Kobe or something like that, whatever it's gonna be fabulous.
Yep. Thanks.
Definitely. Yeah, she had definitely a storied career, did a lot of great things, and we salute you, Queen Serena. She did her thing, man, and we can't forget Venus definitely helping her along the way. And I'm sure that those two had some great behind the scene matches, working on each other's game.
I tell you what, kudos to their dad too for raising them in the tennis world.
Definitely.
Teaching them the right way how to play tennis.
We definitely got to give him a big salute. Definitely.
Hey, look, I'm about to say something else, Mr. Jones. Like you said, we never seen those matches that was televised on TV between her and her sister in the backyard. Man, ain't no telling. We probably, if they could have had photographed that or videotaped it, there probably would have been some classic battles. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Who was winning those matches?
They might have some old VHSs somewhere that maybe they need to release.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yes, sir.
Well, fellas, our last topic for tonight, man, and I love it. I love it. I couldn't wait for this, man, because football season, September 11th, it opens next Sunday, fellas. Next Sunday.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Football season opens in week 1, man. We're going to get ready to pick them. We're going to get ready to pick them, man. And I want to get your takes on this, all right? First game we want to discuss. I want to get your picks on this, fellas. Buffalo and LA. The Rams.
Wow. Can you say a banger off the top? An absolute banger off the top. But I'm going to shock the world. The world champs is going to get beat.
Ooh.
The world champs is going to get beat. Because I tell you what, the Buffalo Bills is no joke. Defensively, offensively, special teams, it don't matter. Them boys bring the complete package. So I'm going Buffalo Bills with that.
Hey, Mr. Jones, where is that game being played at?
In LA.
I think I'm going to ride with Thomas on this. I think Buffalo, I think they picked up a couple extra pieces on that offensive line. I think Buffalo, this is their year to sit and get a little further than what they did last year. I don't see the Rams.
No.
I think the Rams was a little bit of a fluke, kind of. But we're going to see. But I think Buffalo wins.
All right. I'm going to roll with Buffalo. I'm going with you guys on that. All right. The next game, Cleveland and Carolina.
Woo!
The grudge match.
The grudge match.
Match.
Baker Mayfield is mad. He's mad. He said he's gonna bring the pain. Who y'all got?
Whoa, man. Whoa. I'm gonna say this. Baker is gonna play well. They're gonna be competitive. But if Cleveland executes what they're supposed to execute, like they're supposed to execute it, there's nothing to stop their ground game at all, period. So, that being said, I'm riding with the Browns.
Okay. I look at this as the Baker Mayfield Bowl. I look at Baker sitting and having motivation to sit up there and play extremely well. I look at Cleveland as I look at Carolina being a better program. I watched some of those preseason games, and granted, some of those players, a lot of those starters was not playing. I'm not sold on Cleveland Browns starting quarterback right now. He didn't look good in the last preseason game, and I don't look for him to do change. Unless you throw my guy in there with the orange goggles, Josh Dobbs running out. That's the only way Cleveland beats Carolina. But if Josh Dobbs does not sit playing this ball game, Cleveland sits and win this game, and I think they win it by at least by 10 points.
I'm rolling with Carolina, fellas. All right. Now, Thomas, you're gonna love this one. The Steelers and the Bengals.
Steeler Nation.
Steelers and the Bengals. Who y'all rolling with?
I'm gonna tell you this here. Die-hard Steelers, I don't like going against them. Probably won't go against them because I know for a fact my head coach has got this game circled because Cincinnati absolutely annihilated us twice last year. I mean, absolutely annihilated us last year. So I think I go with Pittsburgh because I think they're going to go in with a little chip on their shoulders with something to prove. And now what Cincinnati's got to understand now, they got the bullseye on the back being the AFC champ. So I got to ride with my black and yellow on this.
Well, look, I'm going to sit and jump opposite because Cincinnati has always been a thorn in Pittsburgh Steelers' side way back in the 70s, the 80s. If there was a team that could sit and luck up and beat the Steelers, it was Cincinnati here and there. I think that Joe Burrow, the wide receiver, get it done on this Sunday coming up. Pittsburgh still got question marks at the quarterback position. And I think they got some injuries going on. I'm not for sure with the running back. So we're going to see. And then granted, Mike Tomlin is a great head coach. And I know they pissed about last year, but I think Cincinnati come out of this with the W.
I'm rolling with Cincinnati. I'm going with Jones on this one. How about Indianapolis and the Texans, Houston Texans? Who y'all like in that one?
I think I'm going to roll with the Colts on that. I think I'm going to roll Colts with that. Especially with them getting Carson Wentz. I think Colts pull that out.
Well, I'm going to sit and say this, man. So I'm going to have to correct you a little bit. Mr. Boykins, Carson Wentz is no longer with the Colts.
Oh, really?
No, they are the quarterback that came from out of Atlanta. But
that's right. That's right. I did forget that. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Matt Ryan.
But having said that, though, I see no reason why with Jonathan Taylor at the tailback, he's supposed to be either one or two best back in the NFL. So it's going to be a lot of passing that rock off to him. They're going to outrush the Texans, and I just don't. The Texans, they haven't got things figured out over there. And then they lost my guy. Came out of Alabama, the wide receiver. The one used to do the.
Is it Hopkins?
Yeah,
Mitchell.
Bernard
okay.
Hopkins.
Well, yeah, Hopkins and I think Mitchell. The rookie. So they have no chance. Indianapolis in this, I'm gonna say at least by 21 points.
And I'm rolling with the coach on this one, fellas. How about Baltimore and the New York Jets? Who you liking?
No competition.
Yeah, definitely.
No competition.
Why not, Thomas?
No competition. Not even close. Not even close. Ravens all day, every day in a whitewash.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I agree with you. I'm not gonna spend much time on the Zeke Jones the Ravens, bro.
Yeah, I got them too. I got the Ravens. Okay, Kansas City and the Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals.
That's gonna be a good game.
Good game.
That's gonna be a good game.
Who you fellas liking?
The Cardinals bring a lot to the table. A lot to the table. I think Kansas City still has to work out the kinks with new receivers. To have to change up their offense just a tweak because of the new receivers. But I still think Mahomes and them get it done. I still think Kansas City get it done.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm gonna say and I'm gonna apologize, guys. Hobson, he's not with the Texans. He's with Arizona. My bad on that. But I just think that Arizona, they paying your boy this big money this year, but I just don't see it happening. I think Arizona have a very down year, and I think it's going to become later on this year, that coach and that quarterback, they're going to start getting a lot of heat. And that coach probably may be out of there, if not this year, next year. Arizona loses this game.
Yep, I got KC in this one. All right, Green Bay and Minnesota, the Vikings. Who you liking, fellas? Who you liking?
Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Even with Aaron Rodgers getting new targets, is Aaron Rodgers. Regardless of how you bring it, is Aaron Rodgers. Your boy over at Minnesota that's getting paid all that money to play quarterback, Mr. Cousins, he ain't that guy.
Look, hey, Thomas, like Mr. Bubba Dub say he trash.
Wow.
That hard.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going Packers with this one all day.
Mr. Jones, I know you want me to you want to hear what I want to say.
We already
yes,
know
sir.
we gonna hear from Packers.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not impressed with Green Bay wide receivers. Period. I'm not impressed with their wide receivers, but that don't mean that they don't have a running game. They don't have great tight ends, but they do have a Hall of Famer quarterback. I think for your sake, Jones, they get it done against a division rival. They will win this game probably at least by 10 points.
I like Green Bay in this one. You had me scared. You had me scared there, Mr. Jones. I thought that Dallas Cowboys hat was a little too tight, man. Thought you was getting confused. All right. How about fellas? We running out of little time here. We want to cut this short. Let's look at a few more games here. Let's look at the Dallas and Tampa Bay game. Who you liking, the Bucks or you liking the Cowboys?
Tampa. I'm going Tampa with that one.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I think they cleaned up the penalties, and I think that Tom Brady is not focused this year, and I think Dallas Cowboys win this.
I think the Cowboys gonna shock them. All right, we got the Saints and we got Atlanta, the Falcons. Who you liking in that?
I got New Orleans winning this one.
I got New Orleans as well.
I'm rolling with the Saints in that one. And then we got San Francisco and Chicago. Who you liking?
I think in this one, I got to ride with the Niners. Because I think they still got to address that offensive line with Chicago.
I agree with you, Thomas. I'm going to roll with the 49ers. I think 49ers got better supporting cast going on. Justin Field gonna be running for his life
again.
Bosa gonna be after him
again.
Exactly. I'm rolling with you guys on that one. The Niners, man, because that defense is gonna be after him all day. Field's gonna be in trouble out there. Oh, how about the Eagles, Philly and Detroit? Eagles, Lions.
Eagles win that one. Eagles win that one.
Yeah, Eagles win it. I look for Jalen Hurts to sit up there and run for at least 2 touchdowns.
Ooh. All right.
Don't get it twisted. Detroit's going to put up a fight. But I still think the Eagles win.
I got the Eagles in that. I'm rolling with the Eagles on that. How about New England and Miami? Patriots, Dolphins. Who you liking?
Miami shocks the world.
I don't think Miami shocks the world. I think Miami is legitimately way better than New England is not New England anymore.
Exactly.
They lost their offensive coordinator. Miami picked up your boy from Kansas City, wide receiver. Look for this to be a blowout.
Whoa, Mike Jones going blowout? What?
I'm liking Miami in this one. All right, Jacksonville and the Commanders. You guys liking in that one?
It's just a battle of who's the worst.
Wow. Be nice, man.
Who's the worst?
Wow.
This is one of them games where it's a toss-up and it almost don't even matter. But as bad as the Jaguars play, but they're competitive, I got to ride with the Commanders on this one.
Hey, Thomas, I'm like you, brother, man. Hey, they already fighting for the number 1 draft pick already. I'm definitely going with the Commanders on this. I think they got a shot to maybe contend for 3rd place in the NFC East.
Right.
All right, I'm rolling with the Commanders on this one, man. All right, the Raiders and the Chargers. Raiders, Chargers. What you guys liking?
I believe Oakland gets it done. I believe Oakland's gone through a revamp and they're on their way back up. I believe the Raiders get that done.
I agree with you, Thomas. Raiders get it done. Carson, is his name Carson Palmer? Quarterback?
No,
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Yeah, Derek Carr. Derek Carr sits up there and have a phenomenal year this year.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Las Vegas in this one too. I think Las Vegas is gonna beat them. Plus, y'all know they got my guy now, Devontae Adams from my Green Bay Packers. So I think that's gonna help propel them to this W. Yeah, I had to say it. How about the Giants? The Giants and the Titans.
I gotta ride Mike Jones' coattails with this one. I think the Titans get that done. Too much running attack.
Right. I think the running back game. I think the running game for the Giants have not panned out over the years. I'm not sure what they got at the quarterback position. Not really sure. Since Michael Strahan left that squad, they ain't been the same. I look for Derrick Henry to sit and dominate this ball game.
Yep. Rolling with the Titans in that one too. All right, our last game, fellas. Denver Broncos and against Seattle. Who you like? Seahawks.
Grudge match.
Another grudge match.
I believe the Broncos get that done. The addition of Russell Wilson makes them that much better. It gives their offense a little more control, a little more command. I got the Broncos winning that one.
Yes, sir. I agree with that, Thomas, man. Good pick. This is like I said, this is another bowl game. This is a Russell Wilson bowl game. And Russell, I think he's gonna fit in very nice with this organization, with Denver. They just needed a quarterback, I think, calling the plays. Seattle, I think they have been on the downside. I look for Seattle and the coach to sit in kind of like Arizona, maybe to be some key pieces, and the head coach be on their way out within the next year or two.
Well, I'm rolling with the Broncos. I'm rolling with the Broncos. Fella, it's been a good one, man. It's been a good one. Until the next time, this is 234 Sports Talk.
We'll talk about it again next time.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about it.
All the time.
Peace.
Peace.